Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online.
Well, hello friends. Welcome to My Zone Online School. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am Teacher Hartung. Our theme this week is plants and growth. Now everyone, before we start with our lesson for today, we have to get rid of all the germs, which means we have to remember to sanitize. Now remember to spray a generous amount of sanitizer on your hands. If you don't have sanitizer, you can always use soap and water. Now let's see what we are going to learn about today. We will do some irregular verbs, decomposition, and rounding off to the nearest 10. In this lesson, we are going to start with irregular verbs. Let's turn our booklets to page 20. Now on page 20, we are going to look at the past tense. It says there, give the past tense of the following verbs, then write a short sentence with it. Let's quickly look at the example. So, the example of the word is eat. Okay, and the past tense of the word eat is ate. Okay, now we have to take the word ate and we have to make a sentence with it. The sentence that was made with the word ate is, yesterday they ate dinner at 6 o'clock. Okay, so now you will see you have a list of words. Drive, throw, go, fly, and number 5, no. Now what you have to do is, you have to turn each one of these words into the past tense. Then you take the past tense word and you make a short sentence. Now I chose 2 words that I have turned into its past tense already and made 2 sentences. Let's quickly have a look. So number 2. Number 2's word was the word throw. And if we take the word throw and we turn it into its past tense, then it becomes threw. Can you all see? Threw. Okay. The second word was word number 5, no. And if we take the word no and we turn it into its past tense, it becomes new. Can you see? New. Okay. Now we have to take the word through and new, and we have to make short sentences. The first sentence that I made with the word through is John threw the ball. The second sentence I made was with the word knew, and it reads, she knew my name. Okay, so remember everyone, you have to take the words, turn it into its past tense, remember past tense, and then you take the word and you make a short sentence. Now everyone, I will leave you to it and give you time to complete all the other words and make all the other sentences with words in the past tense. I will see you shortly after the ad break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
Now boys and girls, we are going to do decomposition and rounding off. So let's start by turning our booklets to page 21. On page 21, we have decomposition. Now let's look at number 1. It says, break down the following numbers. Now let's quickly have a look at the example. So there it shows 82 equals 80 plus 2. Okay, so now we can have a look at our tens and our units and we can break them down. Right, now you will see in the number 82, you have 80 and you have 2. And that means that we will now write the sum out as 82 equals 80 plus 2. Okay, now we have to look at the rest of the numbers and also break it down like that. Now I put 2 examples on the board for you that we are quickly going to do together. The first example, 1A, is the number 55. Now remember how we did the previous example? We have to look at our tens and we look at our units and we break it down. So, what do you think we will say here for the number 55? I'm going to write it down for you. So we have 55, so we say 50 plus 5. Okay, so 50 tens plus 5 units equals 55. Okay, now let's do the next one together. The next number is the number 69. So, can you tell me what we have to do here? What is the first number that we have to write down? That's right, grade 2s. It's the number 60. And then we say 60 plus, what are the units? 60 plus 9. That's right. So, if we say 60 plus 9, then it equals to 69. Okay. Now, before you go ahead and complete all the other sums, let's quickly have a look at number 2. At number 2, it says, build up the following numbers. Okay, so this is almost just the opposite of what we have just done. Now look at the example there. It says 60 plus 9 equals 69. Okay, so here we have our basic sums which we will just add together. So I also put 2 examples down for you which we are going to do together. Let's try the first one. 70 plus 5. If we take 70 and we add 5, 71, 72, 73, 74, then we have the number 75. Okay, so remember what we did previously. We said we take our tens and we add our units, so that makes 75. Okay, let's try it with the second one. And this time we are not going to count. I want us to just put the two numbers together. The next number or sum is 10 plus 3. So if we take 10 and we add 3 or we plus 3, then we get the number 13. Okay, now everyone, you then have to do all the other sums on your own. But before we continue to do all our decomposition sums, let's quickly go to page 22 in the booklets and have a look at some rounding off. Now, here it says we have to round off to the nearest 10. It says use the number lines to round the numbers to the nearest 10. Write your answers in the or on the line. Now you look at the example. It says, is 9 nearer to 0 or 10? Can you quickly have a look at the number line? You will see that number line starts with the number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, we are rounding off to the nearest 10, so each number line will move up to the nearest 10th. Now here, you will see in the example, you have to find the number 9. And if we look at the number 9, which number is it closer or nearer to? Is it the number 0 or the number 10? And there the answer is given to you. 9 is closer to the number 10. Now, I am also going to do A and B with you. So A reads, is 13 nearer to 10 or 20? So what we have to do here is we have to find the number 13 on our number line, right? So here I have my number 13. Okay, now I have to look. Is the number 13 nearer to 10 or 20? My number 13 is nearer to 10. Okay, let's have a look at B. Now for B it says, is 35 nearer to 30 or 40? Is 35 nearer to 30 or 40? Let's find the number 35 on our number line. So, number 35 is right in the middle. Can you see? Okay, and we know from previous rounding off lessons that if our units is more than the number 4, then we round it up to the nearest 10. Okay, and in this case the number is 35, which means it's nearer to the number 40. Now everyone, you can go ahead and have a look at all the other rounding off sums, and then I want you to complete them. Remember, you can always go back to the example on top and see which number it is nearer or closest to. Okay, now I'm going to leave you to do all your decomposition sums and all of your rounding off sums. We will be back shortly after this ad break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. We distribute countrywide in over 10 different languages.
We have come to the end of today's lesson. Now, before we go, boys and girls, you have to remember to sanitize. Remember, sanitizing keeps all the nasty germs away and it keeps us clean and healthy. Now, before we go, boys and girls, Zoshi promised me that we could go for a nice hot chocolate. Now, I wonder where Zoshi is. Zoshi, do you see Zoshi anywhere? Zoshi! Oh, there he is! Hello, Zoshi! Now, we'll ask Zoshi to say goodbye to you as well. We will see you next time. Keep well!
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.